Excellent. I was just doing a stream with a bunch of other car content, but I thought that I would pull this up because when I was searching for retro games earlier, I just happened to come across this, and I thought, you know, what business would Car and Driver magazine ever have making a video game? I mean, and what would it be? Returning the pages of their magazine in anticipation? We'll find out. I pulled it up here on a retro game site that lets you play in Windows. So if you want to play this game, play along, or if you want to try it out yourself after watching this review, you can check it out. So we're over here on the Missy Potter Maserati channel over on Twitch TV. Hello, I can't even say my own name. Hi! This is me, most of the time. Stuttering, stumbling, rambling about cars. Like cars here, like the F40 and the 959 and the Countach. I'm not exactly sure how we snuck a TSI and an MR2 in here, but hey, whatever. See, I knew it. This is like the video game was going to be like flipping through like the pages of their magazine. What happened to... I thought I number locked it. Did we? Come on. So here it is again. The face that broke a million hearts. The four-wheeled pancake that's glamorized every car mag cover in the Western world. The road-sucking Hoover that's cleaned countless fantasy highways and ignited endless rumors. Or endless engines, depending upon how much Lamborghini news you follow, to this day remains shrouded in a myth and mystery. Say hello to the Lamborghini Countach and say it's fast, because this baby will leave you choking in a cloud of smoking rubber so thick you'll think you've been turned inside out. Okay, this got weird. I didn't realize it was going to be like this, but okay, I can go with this. This is the car that, when unveiled in 1971 Geneva Auto Show, set the world on its ear and left it there. Just remember, if you can look and feel the cars available anywhere in the world back then, now insert the Countach into that scene. Okay, alright. Alright. Good PR was never the Countach's problem. Any exotic car that can overcome the stigma of sharing its name with the line of Italian farm tractors and heating and air conditioning equipment, the two business in which Mr. Lamborghini made his fortune, ought to have clear sailing in the marketplace. Nonetheless, the Countach's life story has been one long fight for survival. Not until 1974, 3 years after Geneva debuted, did it reach the production. The same year, Ferruccio Lamborghini sold his interest in the company that he had founded in 1963 to build a GT car with faults. The new owners quickly found themselves in deep water. Labor unrest and poor planning dragged the company down. Production fell. Only 16 cars were built in 1978, and there were no formal plans to certify the Countach for the U.S. sale. But then the Mirren brothers, a pair of wealthy Swiss industrialists with a soft spot for snorting bull marquee. Okay. Bought the whole kit and caboodle. Since grabbing the reins, the Mirrens have been working hard. The 4.8-liter Countach's 5000S hit the road in 1982. The promise to certify cars for the U.S. was carried out in 1984. The factory also had attempted to shore up faltering dealer bodies, where the situation today seems as unsettled as ever. Though one thing is clear, the Countach shoulders into the exotic car ranks with 5.2 liters of displacement and 48 valves to feed its 12 hungry cylinders. All of this talk of the Countach's sordid past and historical significance is food for thought, just as long as you can't get your hands on the real thing, which for most of us means forever. However, we guarantee that if you are a real-life Countach so much as rolls across your field of vision, you won't give a hoot in Houston, whether it's past checkered or pinstriped. This is an awkward... I don't know why this is a game, but okay, we're going with it. It's cool. Ferruccio Lamborghini dictated that From the outset, the Countach would be the world's fastest production automobile, and for years, no one knew sure if it really was. Horsepower figures into the 4-cam V12, which grew over the years from the 3.9 liters of today's 5.2 liters, varied all over the lot. Prestigious top speeds were reported by factory test drivers. One claimed to routinely hum along at 185 miles an hour at an unsubstantiated top speed. Estimated of 192 miles per hour by a leading U.S. car magazine only fueled the pyres. It seems impossible that the car could move that fast, but the enthusiasts remained convinced. The Countach, they believed, was the biggest, baddest, and fastest monster on the road. In addition to the look at that can burn retinas, the Countach tops out at 111 miles per hour for a 13.3 second standing quarter mile. And if you have the nerve to manage the phenomenal understeer or grip like a vice measuring 0.86 G on the skid pad, enough said. If you like the idea of roaring past a herd of exotics with your face pulled tight around your skull, and if you have a bank balance with a few extra zeros at the end, this is a car for you. Sure it is. Who doesn't love a Countach? Come on, man. So you like your acceleration, it's your 0 to 60 at 5.1. So, 70 to 0 mile per hour braking and pending lockup, what is that, 183 feet? I can't tell this. Dang. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you see this part? How about this part? How about this part? Did you catch this? Right here. That part. That's 6 miles per gallon. 6. Yeah. Apparently that's where we went horribly wrong. Alright, so that's apparently how this game works. So what if it's set up? What is there to set up? Visual, race, off-road driving. Oh, so do we get to test drive? Right? Select. Interesting. Oh, hey, look at that! Monterey Raceway! Love it. We've been talking about Laguna Seca tons, and we just got done watching a race from the stream for Laguna. Here it is, Monterey Raceway. Your basic, excellent racetrack. Hey. Did you just call Laguna basic? How dare you? How rude. T.S. Flanagan. Okay, apparently they say there's more to see in Monterey, California than Cannery Row, a high-tech aquarium, and a bunch of aging hippies selling baubles on the sidewalk. This sleepy community, nestled in the thickly wooded coastal hills of one of the most breathtaking parts of the state, is home to one of the most challenging racetracks in the... Hopefully it's next page. Maybe. If you're like me, your first lap of this course is liable to be a wild one. If you can get past the first nasty hairpin, you'll probably make it through the flat infield and get going up the hill under a drivable bridge. Around the hill at the top, what's this? The road seems to end, seemingly to leave you on some cliff, dropping you off into hell itself. Not so. Stay cool, slow down, and watch the tips of the marking poles, which aren't really on the real track. You'll see that after a small fake to the left, the road zigs to the right and then zags to the left, and you'll be through one of the most amazing sections of the racetrack known to man, known as the corkscrew. And it eats everyone who's unfortunate enough to go through it without carefully studying it. You're not done yet, though. The sharpest corners actually come past the second bridge within the sight of the finish line. These will become fun as you get used to them, but for the first lap, survival is a key concept. Fortunately, you don't lose a mountain of money on a wrecked race car when you mess up. With this in mind, the best way to master the beast is to drive a lot. Make mistakes, since you can afford to. You'll find a method that works. And if you cannot afford to, I guess you can go F off? If your off-road excursions are plentiful, check out the drivable bridge in the infield. Stay away from the pedestrian bridge, though. Now, if only the crazy drunks would get out of the way so that I could get through the course without getting sideswiped every 200 feet. This sounds like a guy who went to an HPD day. I fear for that they probably drive drunk. Probably. Actually, I know they do. I've actually seen guys have a beer and lunch on a race day. So, specifications. Length of track, 2.25 miles. Angle of the highest bank is 10 degrees. Elevation change, 180 feet. Oh, it even gives us recommended cars. There's a highway. Dang. Length of track, it's a highway. Oh my. Why is this a game though? I'm trying to figure out, is there something else to it? Oh, what did happen here? Apparently this is a thing now. I can race. This is odd. Is this supposed to be Laguna? Because it sure doesn't feel like it. Is it supposed to be turn 2? Ooh. Press Q to return to road. Well, thanks for that helpfulness. I think this is actually supposed to be Laguna, but it doesn't, you know, honestly really look like Laguna. Well, you gotta go slow way down. It takes a long time to speed up, and it takes a long time to slow down. Yeah, this really is supposed to be Laguna. That's what is now the Cooper sign. Oh, fail. But I didn't even know how you win at this game. This is like nope. Ah. Okay, I was gonna try to do like some kind of actual racing line, thinking that would help, but no, this is just controls are non-existent. Isn't this supposed to be the mother sign now? But I guess it says EASN because they just jacked that. Oh, turn 5. I think this is turn 5. Is this what it feels like to be kind of low? Jesus. Oh, it's Toyota sign? Are there actually like freaking turn signs, or is this like a road in New York? Why is there road signs on a racetrack? Okay, fine. Do it your way. Is this supposed to be a Rahal Street or a freeway, and I can't tell? This is how bad the graphics were for like IBM or Windows back in '92. I think this is supposed to be corkscrew though. Oh yeah, because all of a sudden it drops off into nowhere. What happened? How? Am I supposed to go this way then? Which direction did it even point me in? What the hell? What were these graphics made with? Ooh! We're just gonna cut it. I think that was supposed to be 9. No? Oh, interesting. Whoops. Okay, I'm still trying to get this down. Okay. I obviously don't have the hang of this. Okay, I definitely don't want that car. Let's get the F40. Here in Car and Driver, rule 1 for test drivers is this: be cool. Rules 2 through 10 are equally simple. Remain cool. As tough as it is to admit that the F40 has made our knees tremble involuntarily and our hearts do a little stutter step, it's made our palms distinguishably wet. After 2 days on the road and an afternoon on a test track, we can report that nothing we've ever driven can match the mix of sheer terror and raw excitement of the earth scorching around in someone else's $750,000 toy. You see, a Ferrari F40 is unlike any other current exotic cars. In the last 20 years, the cars with the high mile price tags and headache-inducing acceleration have gone through a remarkably metamorphosis, and they've become thoroughly domesticated. They have power windows, respectable air conditioners, and enough room for 6-footers now. You can see out of them well enough to change lanes without saying Hail Mary first, and you can hop onto most of any of them and drive across the country and reasonably assured of emerging with a sound mind and body. Not so for the F40. It harks back to a time in the late 1950s and before, when sports cars built for the road. Yeah, these things are beast. Could be raced with a minimum of modifications, exactly. So this must be down like Monterey. I remember I did something that made this work. I just don't remember what it was. There we go. Darn it. We in the F40 now, but I still can't drive it. I think a real life one would actually be easier. Whoops. Whoops. Dead. Died. Crashed. I think I crashed it. Period. Did I? Or can I still go? I lived! Kind of curious. Let's see what it says about the 959. The car of the future will not be an econobox. Alright. The Porsche 959 defines the new era of performance, an era in which sheer speed is no longer achieved simply by enlarging displacement or by increasing an engine cylinder count, at a time when handling no longer comes exclusively from ever-widening tires nor charisma from sexy knee-high roofline. No, the 959 provides speed through technology, and although it's loosely based on the ancient 911, its every nook and cranny is packed tightly with the most sophisticated electronic, hydraulic, and mechanical, it's going to make me go one more over. Technology available to occupants of the automotive universe. Porsche pulled out every one of its future shock in building Tomorrow Tech show car that actually works. A total of 444 horsepower is provided by a detuned version of the 962 Flat 6 racing power plant. The engine has a 4-valve twin-cam, water-cooled heads, and 2 stated turbochargers, sophisticated electronic controls, and more heat exchangers than you've ever seen on a car. All of the power is put to street use by Porsche-developed 4-wheel drive systems that dynamically varies the power sent to each wheel based on its traction. Naturally, anti-lock brakes, an electronically adjustable suspension, and a low-drag body are part of the program. The result is the most effortless, high-performance drive in history. The 959 is easier to drive and more comfortable than the shelf variety 911, yet it runs like a rocket. With enough traction to pull out of its power to the ground, it accelerates from 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds, and it just keeps pulling. Floor to the throttle at 150 miles per hour, and you're shoved back in your seat. Top speed is a dizzying 195 miles per hour. This is the no-nonsense, all-around practical car for the no-nonsense, all-around practical speed demon. And it flies. If only they actually did fly. Car and Driver's ultimate test drive game includes 10 different models to choose from, and that also has the F40 and the Countach in there, so there is at least a few flagship models in order to get down in this polygon universe. Definitely representative of the early 90s. It has a 10-track setup, although I would really only put tracks in quotations since the real only raceways here are Monterey, Dobbs, and the EA Speedway. There is an oval, a drag strip, and an autocross course. The rest of it is freeway routes and the San Dimas Mall parking lot, because apparently we need a place to do our sideshows in this game. My overall impressions of this game is that it's worth about its 15 minutes of fun. There is a bit of an arcade mode. If you look around and search through the different camera angles, you can play in the what looks like micro machine level. There's a blimp mode, there's several chase cameras, there's an inside the cab with or without the dash. I sure hope that you can do better at this than I did. I am absolutely terrible with this, but if you like the content and you would like to check us out live, you can find us over on Twitch TV at Missy Maserati. Take care, and I hope y'all have a good day. Please comment down below with any questions or any game requests. I'm terrible at this game. I managed to actually freeze it. It is this browser, or this website, the playclassic.games is the one that has this and many others. So if you actually go up here, there's old MS-DOS games, racing and driving. See if we can find something else that is interesting.